It's might be the most clubs I've ever bought, Q.
Oh my goodness.
Don't worry, you're probably not hitting them all. So this is a 10.5 Stealth 2. You can see plenty of loft.
Yeah.
Do you think the reason that you're in this shaft is because of 10.5? Because straight away,
That I don't know.
well, I've just seen you hit here. I'm looking at this already. Now these are looseners, but the tempo's fantastic, the rhythm's fantastic. This is absolute ox territory. Like this is brute territory.
Okay, okay.
I'm already thinking, why so much loft with a delivery like that on a 50, is that?
50. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, he needs less loft because that's more speed. And I don't care if you're playing off of 4 or 6 and you're playing 6,600 to 6,800 golf courses. More speed gets you close to the hole, easier proximity. So straight away, I'm like, that we could maybe look at.
Okay. Yeah.
But it would mean coming out of this. And I'm not going to go War and Peace left field. I don't do that.
No,
but I'm going to go a bit softer.
Yeah,
okay, so carry on.
Anything you want to look
because
into.
then this, by the way, all of this is your DNA. So this 3-wood at 15 in a 7S Fuji Red TR, which is soft in the tip, is not, they're not even close.
Compatible.
So why? Does this go well?
When I hit it well, yeah.
This is as soft as a noodle. So you've got brute to noodle.
Yeah.
All over. Now that's my DNA of fitting. I've never seen, I'm a big one for changing weights. I've never seen one for changing flexes.
Yeah.
So that is like what's happening here. The irons are classics. I mean, absolute classics, and a good golf shaft.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in that for as long as I can remember, and every time I get fit, it always comes back to that.
And this is, I wonder if people will come and see me and like be disappointed, but at your age, with your goals, why would I move off such an amazing golf shaft?
Yeah.
Precision, it's a Project X 5.5, Rory plays it in 7.0. If you're telling me you like it, unless I see something that is horrendous, which already on those divots I'm not gonna, and the rhythm, and the fact that you've got smooth stamped on your 54, like the guy knows how to play. I hate sometimes like people might watch the videos or come for a fitting and be like, well, I'm not gonna, these things have been out since time began. Yeah. Why would you, and the engineer who made them is great. Yeah. You know, there's nothing here that jumps out to be an issue. Okay. Maybe a bit upright. You know how to swing the golf club. If the body moves okay, we don't need upright. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. So yeah, a lot of the way in which I do the fitting is done like in the conversations and looking at the wear marks. Okay. And looking at the divots. Okay. Spent much time on launch monitors?
No.
Yeah, what drove the decision to get into the TP5X?
It felt like I got a little more distance, maybe.
Okay, so distance is important. I like it.
It still felt pretty good.
And the shot that you hit is, I've seen flushes and I've seen about one drift to the right.
Yeah, if it's really good, it's pretty straight. Not so good, it's kind of a little
to the right.
To the right, and if it's horrible, it goes left.
On an iron, like a 770 in the shorts or a 790 in the longs, you need spin. You've got a rescue here. That's why I talk 7-wood, because you're going to be hitting a lot of 7-woods at a 6,800 yard golf course. You need spin. Okay. 7-wood spins it. Okay. So that's where I'm at. Now, in a normal fitting, I wouldn't always tell people to get into this, but to me, you get this relationship here of path going left, because the hip turn is very restricted. Right. So when the hip turn's restricted, then the club gets thrown out. Yep. Well, from there you got two shots. You either have the face square to the path and you hit that pull, that little bunch of golf balls just left of our white flag is you. Or you go underneath it, you had one ball that went right, which is what I think you do on a consistent basis, looking at the markings on your golf clubs. You raise the handle, save it with the face goes 3 degrees left, but the path is 6, and you hit pull fades. Yes. Pull fades are great. I play with a pull. Pull fades are money. Yeah. That's where we're going to live.
That's what I've seen in my swing. It's like coming down on my stand up, and it comes in. And
you stand up because
I don't, like you said, I don't rotate my head.
So you stand up because when the club is out here on the way down, you got no place to go. So you have to stand up to hit the ball. Yeah. So how do we not get the club going out here on the way down? Well, for me, when I look at your golf swing, this hip, and I love how you got your foot turned out, but unless you've got zero mobility, this hip has to move back further here. Because if the hip moves back further here, well, now you can get a bigger turn. You've already got written on your wedges smooth, but if you're swinging with no hip turn to here, well, you can be as smooth as you want, but you're not getting any yardage. So you've got to be able to go bang, Now look at the turn.
Yeah.
And then from there, you just do you.
No, I've been told that, yeah.
It's just got to be hip
it's
turn.
hard to do, yeah.
So a good drill for this, and it comes from someone who I've spent a little bit of time with, wish I'd spent more, but if you look at Plummer, Andy Plummer, and how he talks about it, and you look at Scotty Scheffler, think about Greg Norman, players we've all talked about before we even get going. You know, Scheffler is this, Norman was this. By getting that out the way, your error is steep here. Well, if this, I'm in my inclination, right?
Yeah.
So now I can't do this. So the bottom line is, if you were to hit balls, maybe not for now, maybe for now, we're not, you know, we're going to look at all this.
Yeah.
This is back here. Well, now you're going to stay in your inclination. And I'd say, you know, Todd, we got time. Hit 5 or 6 balls. I might even put a tee down for you. But get into this bowler's stance. And from there, you know, a circular motion, if we think about, we call it 10-pin bowling in the UK. I don't know if you guys just call it bowling, but this motion here, that's a circular motion, right?
Right.
Much like a backhand with a left-hander at tennis. Well, all of a sudden, I'm giving you that circular feel. So I'd say, I'll get some pegs out for you, but hit a couple of golf shots. And I'm not overly concerned about where it goes, but I would like to see a bit more hip turn.
Yeah.
Because if I see a bit more hip turn, I'm going to see a bit more speed.
Yeah.
And if I see a bit more speed, well, I'm going to see a bit of a better strike. If I see a better strike, I'm going to see more distance.
Yeah.
And like, I'd love to get you in a driver that's a bit stronger in loft to give you more. You've already said I like a bit more distance. Well, let's get in the right golf ball for you, and let's make our numbers a bit better. But yeah, this is exaggerated. I'd like to almost be able to put this alignment stick in here and have your toe. There you go.
Okay.
And now you can turn your hips and think about that bowling ball motion and have a short follow through. Good. So we're just going to hit them out there, and we're going to have like a short, punchy follow through. You know, I don't want you much past here. Good, good. So now what's going to happen, if I look at, and it's thrown a few numbers up on here for us on the monitor, but if I look down at my monitor now, club path has gone from -6 to -1. So remember, you were -6.
Yeah.
You're now -1. That is very playable because that's pull fade. And then we had face angle 1.3 face to path. You just hit a pull cut. You can play with a pull cut every day of the week.
Okay. Well, it's...
And all we're doing is controlling the face rotation because we've got your hip back in this drill. Drop it further back. Good. And then finish here and just get a control of the face. And it's that bowler, backhand tennis. So now this part of your body is hitting the golf ball. So yeah, and by the way, having the hip back, you're going to get a longer backswing, which is going to be where you like to be.
Yeah.
Steve Stricker Smooth. And you know, I'm looking for, by having that, and again, saying this for the video purposes, but I wouldn't give any more information. But what I'm looking for is now you can stay centered. If we stay centered in our inclination, when we come down, you hit one that was a fat. Because you were short,
Right.
rather than,
Gotcha.
and we're tightening up our face to path relationship. See?
Yeah, no, I can feel it, definitely.
And now what I would want to do that for 10 balls before you hit every ball, before you play on the golf course. But another way is like, flight it down. Now let's get it like half the height, get it towards the trees out there, hit me a low puncher, because then it gives anyone watching this control of the face to the path. Pull cut.
Yeah.
Pull cut in play.
Yeah.
With spin, with distance. I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm going to have you hit some 770s to feel them, but I'd go through that drill, go off the deck if you want. I'm going to get a 770. I'm not going to change the shafts.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to look at your lofts, make sure they're right. But I mean, you're a great golfer with great rhythm and a great understanding of what you're doing.
Okay.
The only thing that's going on is you're just not.
Yeah.
Which, look.
And I know that.
Yeah.
It's just hard to fix
100%.
after years and years of doing
Absolutely.
it. Yeah.
But the bottom line
no one's
is,
ever put that drill on me either, so.
if I give you the thought though, and I'll stand with my back to the camera here, you need to think about this hip, arse cheek, going back to that camera.
Okay.
So now all of a sudden, like I have almost a straighter leg, and I'll show you tons of pictures on my phone, old school golf swings. You've seen them all.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to go this way.
Yeah.
I'm just asking you to get that behind you. Because if that gets behind, I can turn all the way over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm freaking 43 years old. How can I do
You're
that?
a young guy.
So this is his gamer. It's the most popular wood from TaylorMade I've seen in a long time. QI10 core model, 15 degrees, Fuji Red TR7S. Might check the tipping later. It's got a Golf Pride on it. Golf Pride, so good. Very hard for guys Todd and I generation to get off that grip. It's just immense. Fair comment, Todd?
Yeah.
It's just a great grip. And that is good. Great golf club.
Okay.
I mean, I like it. I've seen one shot.
Okay.
Where's your head at with it?
No, I like it.
I mean, I don't see any reason. If you get the hip turn dialed a bit more,
Right.
all of a sudden you're going to be in a place with that hip turn where we can then look at.
Yeah, I mean, that's something I definitely
path.
need to work on.
And that would be like a lesson for any fitters watching this. If I latch onto a club that a player likes, I just am not a big fan of diving all over the map. But I can add, like, your bag is crying out for 7 wood and hybrids. Sort that out. That's what it's crying out for. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to take an interesting route here. We're going to come back and hit this in a minute. But I want to, I don't even need to take this apart actually. I have all the stuff here to assemble this. That is a Stealth 2 with the forward, the CG is quite far forward. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this with the 6S red. I'd probably do TR to match everything else, which is a bit firmer. And I'm actually going to start you out on the 9 degree. Now, if you notice on this Kingdom head here, which is interesting, HM front,
Yeah.
hot melt front.
Okay.
So that's going to be a knuckly 10.5. This could well be perfect for you.
Okay.
But for the sake of showing you, I'm going to see if I can get you some success on the 9 degree first.
Okay.
With a shaft that is so far off what you gain.
Okay.
It's just softer and it's a higher launch.
Okay.
Not much loft on that. That is the core head. So there's going to be a more spinny head. Tee it up nice and high. So this is why TP5. So and this could change everything for us, but I doubt it. I'm going to try and get you in this head because less loft is more smash factor. Smash factor is efficiency. I'm going to turn this head up towards higher, more loft, which with your face to path relationship should help us as well.
Okay.
Chances are we're going to end up in that 10.5 head, to be honest. And I think we could just be getting you a shaft here. Shaft change in your driver could well be the answer. Good. Way better. I mean, that's money there. If you watch those ones, Todd, that's money. Came out a hair knuckly on us. What's your thoughts on that setup, that shaft?
That one felt pretty good.
So that one is the one that worries me.
Yeah.
And that's a little low on the spin and a little squirrely, which is the only reason. So you're down at 2400 spin and at your speed, which is the 1900 club speed, so it's coming out at 143 ball speed. There's maybe a hair more that we can get out of that. If I go here, and I think this hot melt at the front, which we could, but yours has got a weight at the front. This would be very similar to your gamer.
Okay.
I might actually go and get a different head that doesn't have all that hot melt at the front. We'll see how this goes. Very similar to your gamer, but softer flex golf shaft. There you go. So hear that softer sound?
It does.
That's the hot melt.
Yeah.
Still low spin. So this is a QI10 core with hot melt at the front. That's why it sounds soft. It's coming out a hair knuckly, but I don't mind it, but we haven't seen any real gains on the 9.5. The only real gain, if you watch from a shot to the right, and I'm actually going to do this, but I wanted to do it with the other head rather than this head, then you can unscrew this. This is what this head needs. Because it's got hot melt at the front, which pulls the center of gravity forward, I'm going to turn the face. I would like to lose that little drift to the right.
Yeah.
So I lose the drift to the right by giving you a bit more face angle to the left.
Okay.
Give that a go. I mean, this will probably work for this driver, and then I'm going to get you a different head, just to be a bit more tinny in sound. See how that got rid of the drift?
Yeah.
I don't want to see the drift because at your speed it loses distance Now was that a toe hit?
A little bit.
Yeah, because the spin was down at 1800, but the carry was the same as what I had on the shop before.
Okay.
So because I've still managed to keep it in the air. I think if the hot melt comes out the front, I'll get more carry again. You keep hitting it, I'm gonna go get a different head. So let's bang this bad boy in there. I'm just taking out that front hot melt. Did you like that in the end when we went to get a different head? Do you like the feel of the soft sound and all that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
But I mean,
It's a bit more old school.
Yeah. But whatever works best. I don't mind the other sound either.
I like that. I like that. So I am going 1 click higher. I'm really doing this for me so I can see with that weight at the back, less weight at the front, the spin. Your Stealth 2 has 15 at the front. I might change that on the truck if I can find weights.
Okay.
But let's see.
Okay.
I just need to make sure that you're getting the tumble from right to left. You're hitting consistently. You know, these are all carrying, normalized in that 230 area. That last one had good spin on it. So they're getting there. Okay. Golf ball was huge for you. You'll see a huge change in that. Good. Real good. Excellent. And that one just had a hair more spin on it. Good. So these are paths that are going to be out to in, and the face is going to be a hair open to the path. Yeah, it's a hair, it's 0.2 open to the path, and you're hitting that buttercut down there. Very consistent. Let's just check this gamer. So this would be where I'd land with you on the new one, the QI10. What I would do with your driver, just to give you some feel for this shaft is probably it's not probably, it's where I'm going to land. Okay. So going in for a softer flex, same family, 1 click higher again, might have to go even more. I'm going to move that front weight, which is the advantage you have of this driver over the other one. Bit more adjustability. Reason for that is face to path, just trying to work that relationship between face to path. Beauty. Because Todd, you can hit the ball as hard as physically you want to hit the ball. Look at the way these tour boys swing. Yeah. You know, out their boots. They're not really thinking about tempo. You know, some of the old school guys are, like the Elses and the Couples and those guys. But for you, if this is in a good position, then off you can go. I mean, you can see here, I've got your club path here at -8, but your face angle is only 0.7 difference. I would rather that, instead of -8, be -3. Okay. Because that's almost a glancing blow. That's why that was a pull cut. Magic. And then let's see how you scored. So then straight looking at exactly those same two tiles, well, geez. A centered strike always wins as well. Yeah. Always wins. Fantastic. All you're doing here is getting the face relationship between the path really well. See? -6, -4. Brilliant. Let's get 4 before we end on this. Lovely. So that's going to be, you know, with that ball moving that way, look at how consistently you're holding the face. Everything I look down on here, the face is -7, but the path is -8. If the path is going more left than what the face angle is, buttercut. Yes. But we all get fixated, me too, in having inside, looking shallow. Well, that's exactly what we got here, but it's the opposite relationship. You're fine to be out here at halfway down P6, providing you hold the face. Down. You are holding the face. You are doing a fantastic job. And all we've done with the driver, I don't even want to see your gamer. Unless you want me to see it, that shaft is too stiff for you. Okay. Category. You need 30 mile an hour more speed for that. Yeah. Plus, that's going to hit it further right. Okay. We turn the loft and we get you in a softer golf shaft. Okay. That matches the rest. Job done. Job is done. So there you have it. That is the top of the bag all the way through to the irons. All that's left is for me and Todd to dive on the tour truck, go through this loft and lie, get these specs dialed. You don't always need to change what you have. Sometimes the stuff you have might be perfect. If you have a history of playing, you need to stick to that and hold to it like your North Star. What a golf club is everything. I'm so into that 7-wood right now for the spin it gives you, and of course the 4 hybrid. Be sure to subscribe, dive into the comments if you've got any questions. Todd, thank you very much for being such a good sport and letting us film this today.